I have not come amongst you for you to bow down to me, to perform my arti, to worship me. These things are good for saints, wallis, and yogis. I expect much more from you. I have come to receive your love from you and to bestow my love on you. I have descended to your level for the one purpose of bestowing my love on you so that you may love God and become God. Do not expect anything from me except my love for you.
Meherabad's final declaration given by Baba on 30th September 1954 at Meherabad to 1,000 men was a powerful bombshell. Baba lovers were very much affected and disturbed that Baba stated he would soon drop his body and 3/4 of the world will be destroyed. A very strange and sad atmosphere was created, and his lovers were so upset that Baba issued a series of clarifications through several circulars. First came what he called a clarification of the final declaration, then a confirmation followed by a decision, and finally Baba put a seal on all these 4 statements by declaring that a die is cast, meaning that everything about his final declaration is thereby fixed. So for over a year, an atmosphere of seriousness mixed with confusion and deep sadness prevailed among Baba lovers. With the background of such an atmosphere so recently created, he invited his lovers to the 1955 Sahavas, in which he said, "I now want love to reign supreme outwardly as it always does inwardly in me." He would not give his lovers a chance to talk or ask questions about the 1954 final declaration. Love itself was the emphasis of this Sahavas, so that at the end of it, Baba lovers departed happily with their rare gift of love from their beloved Meher Baba. Thus, the sadness of the 1954 Sahavas was overcome by the love of the 1955 Sahavas.
The glory of love is ancient. The glory of love is ancient. It is not new to this world. And yet to become lovers of beloved God Himself, what a great fortune. And yet to become lovers of beloved God Himself, what a great fortune is this.
October 7th, 1954 was Dasra, a great Hindu festival connected to Lord Ram and the anniversary of Sai Baba's death. Baba sent a telegram to Shirdi that day which stated, "The ancient one, Avatar Meher Baba, sends his homage to Sai Baba, the Guru, God incarnate Sai Baba." On this same day, during a visit to Rosewood Bungalow in Satara, India, with his main mandali, Baba discarded the use of his alphabet board. Baba had brought 3 alphabet boards with him, one made of plywood, one of plastic, and the other made of cardboard. He presented the plywood and the plastic boards to Kumar and Dhake, and he discarded the cardboard alphabet board that evening in a ceremony. From that day onwards, Baba used only hand gestures to communicate. In March 1955, Baba began signing 500 titled pages of the book God Speaks before its publication in America. From May 1st, 1955 to July 31st, Baba went into 3 months of what he called retirement in Satara. This period was called a period of crisis. During this period, his work proceeded on 3 levels. One for himself, the next for those who loved him, and the third for everyone. While in Satara, on the first day of May 1955, Baba issued Life Circular 25. In it, Baba expressed that he wished his lovers to strictly follow the following 2 orders.
The first order: no one should, under any circumstances, come to see me or communicate with me directly or indirectly for any reason whatsoever up to the end of July 1955. The second order: all those closely connected with me, all those who love me, and all those who care to follow my instructions must be scrupulously honest, must strictly abstain from sexual actions, and must try to spread my message of love and truth as far and wide as possible during the period of crisis.
On 16th September 1955, while still at Satara, Baba decided to hold a month-long Sahavas of his selected lovers at Meherabad in November of the same year. About 800 lovers were invited to attend the November Sahavas. The ones selected were those who remained steadfast in holding on to Baba's Daman during Baba's 3 months retirement. Baba wished for the Sahavas to be solely a pure relationship of love for the sake of love between Baba and them.
Beloved God, the gift of love you have bestowed is even beyond the powers of the perfect masters. Oh Meher, this is the secret you've revealed. Beloved God, the gift of love you have bestowed is even beyond the powers of the perfect masters. Oh Meher, this is the secret you've revealed. The glory of love.
Returning to Meherabad in October 1955, Baba would often visit Meherabad to discuss the Sahavas arrangements with Pendu and Padri. The entire main Mandali were occupied in carrying out arrangements for the 4-week Sahavas. Of the 800 lovers who were invited, a total of 655 came in 4 language groups, each for a week. 97 lovers from the Gujarati group were the first to arrive on 3rd November 1955, followed by the Telugu group of 181 lovers on 11th November. Next, the Hindi group of 164 came on 19th November, and Marathi group was the final group to come on 27th November with 213 lovers. The first group of Gujarati-speaking lovers arrived at Meherabad on the 3rd of November. They were asked to read Life Circular number 25, see the posted 2 charts by Rano Gallin on God and Love, and read the list of donations displayed at the back of the Mandali Hall. Admittance cards with specific names and registration numbers were issued to the invited lovers, and no one uninvited was allowed to come to the program.
Just then
Westerners Francis Brabazon from Australia and Don Stevens from America came as special guests on the 1st of November and were to play important roles in documenting the Sahavas program.
whomsoever comes to you is known as your lover. In this age of love, whomsoever comes to you is known as your lover. No more followers or even devotees.
In 1953, Baba had introduced himself publicly as the highest of the high. Then in 1954, he publicly declared his avatarhood, and now at the Sahavas in 1955, he emphasized that he was a fakir, the poorest of the poor, likening himself to his first master, Hazrat Baba Jan. And yet, in spite of declaring himself as a fakir, he treated his Sahavas lovers as most important guests by providing them with the best possible lodging, boarding, and transport facilities befitting the guests of the highest of the high. Each day, Baba traveled from Meherabad to Meherabad in the morning and spent the entire day in the company of his lovers. On his arrival each morning, the lovers received him with loud acclamations of Jai Jai. Baba would always look cheerful and happy as he greeted his lovers, and his lovers in turn would be overwhelmed by Baba's loving countenance towards them. The meetings would take place either in Mandali Hall or in the Pendal, an erected tent where Baba would sit on a special seat after greeting his lovers. Baba would not allow the Sahavasis to touch his feet, but he did allow them to garland him. Then Baba addressed those gathered.
This Sahavas is to help you grasp what love and obedience mean. I give you my closest company in order to establish oneness between us and to show you how to do my work of spreading my love. During your stay with me, forget about everything concerning your daily life except your present life here with me. I have offered this Sahavas at the cost of additional physical exertion for me. It is for the sake of all those who love me and obey me, including those who are physically absent here. You have simply to be near me all the time while I remain with you, playing, sitting, walking, joking, discussing serious things, or listening to stories. Being in my company, watching me, and being watched by me, you will automatically learn and unlearn a lot, which no amount of teaching can convey. No one of you, under any circumstances, should ask for favors, rewards, money, job, health, or other material things, not even for spiritual gain. I have come to give you the gift of love, which even perfect masters never give to their devotees.
Beloved God, the gift of love you have bestowed is even beyond the powers of the perfect masters. Oh Meher, this is the secret you've revealed, the glory of love.
During each Sahavas week, Baba personally took the Sahavasis on a tour of Lower Meherabad to show them the important places there. One of the places he showed them was the table house in which he wrote his secret book that has not yet been published. Baba told them that his book contains such secrets of the creation which have never been disclosed to humanity. He stated that this book will come out when humanity is ready to receive it. On the 6th of November, Baba was driven up Meherabad Hill in Adi's Chevrolet car. My Mildred Kyle, a Western disciple of Baba, had died a few months earlier in America. Her ashes were to be put in a tomb near Baba's Samadhi before the Sahavas group arrived on the hill. Baba himself lowered the bag containing her ashes in the pit, and Erech covered it with a tile. Soon after this, all the Savasis assembled there. He showed them all the places near Samadhi connected with his work. The Meher retreat, the women quarters, the cage room, and the cabin. Then they were led into the tomb. Erech and Baba stood there while the men walked in and out. On many occasions, Baba had mentioned the importance of his tomb shrine. On 16th November 1955, Baba remarked,
60 years after my body drops, people in the thousands will come here and will collect even the very dust of this Meherabad because I have trod on it. They will pay me homage and reverence. I should ask you all to take a dust bath instead of a water bath, but it has not entered your head yet that God himself is moving among you and you are in his living presence.
Today might be using the same path. Who knows? Surely he must pass this way again. His lovers camped on the land to be in his company. Each day the Lord would come and visit them. The company was filled with tremendous happiness, for Baba gave the utmost intimacy. Things of the world and beyond the world he revealed in a most natural way. Instead of teaching, he sowed the seeds of heart awakening. All too soon the dusk would descend. Let us all run forward as we did in 55, oblivious to all the gazes of the passers-by, our sole concern, there Baba would arrive. With sadness the Lord took leave of his lovers. He must return to Meherabad for the night. With his departure, all the lovers wilted. The atmosphere was dull and dry.
the first group, for the most part, did not show any feelings of worship. But such was not the case with the other three language groups. Every day, when Baba would depart from Meherabad after a day of intense activities, the lovers would become very sad in his absence. Some would keep awake throughout the night. Some intensely missed him and could not eat. Thus, they deeply suffered his absence during the night.
His departure, all the lovers wilted.
In Meherabad, Baba was also not in much comfort. He remembered his lovers, anxious to go back to Meherabad as early as it was possible. In the morning, in anticipation of meeting him earlier than others, they would run on the road half a mile to receive the first glance of Baba.
Let us all run forward
Most of the days, Baba would start from Meherabad before sunrise to meet his lovers, and his car would be stopped by the awaiting group of his lovers much before he reached Meherabad. Then amidst their shouts and praises, the lovers would escort the car in a loving procession up to Meherabad. This was the height of expression of love, both from the beloved and from his lovers.
They raised for their Lord. Running on the road to welcome beloved.
The wine of divine love was clearly evident from the tears, words and actions of not only his lovers, but of he himself.
In remembrance of that event, let us run to receive him. Surely he must pass this way again.
Letter to the Sahavasis, Baba stated that he wished to wash the feet of the same number of poor people as the number of his lovers who had come in each group. For this, poor people were collected near the Dhuni shade and Baba came there to wash their feet. Baba took his seat near the table, which was specially built for washing the feet of the poor. One by one, the poor mounted the steps. Pendu handed Baba water and Padri gave him the soap. Baba washed each person's feet and wiped them dry with a towel held by Eraj. After laying his head on their feet, Baba gave each 4 rupees as his love gift. As per Baba's instructions, during the entire program, the Sahavas group chanted continuously, Om Parabrahma Paramatma. During the program, Baba suddenly stopped the lovers from chanting and pointed to a man standing on the table. He was Satya Mang, a former dacoit and robber who had terrorized the countryside. Baba had instructed him to give up his lifestyle, and Baba's love was such that he had kept true to his promise even to the extent of dire poverty. So here he was in the receiving line of just 4 rupees that Baba was handing out to all of them. Prior to the Sahavas program, Arnab's Dada Chanji's brother, Nozar, had died in a plane crash, and instead of spending money on extensive last rites, his family had sent 1,000 rupees to Baba for the poor program in the memory of Nozar. So during one of the poor programs, Baba asked Nozar's family members to stand around him. He then washed the feet of 10 poor people, bowed down to them, and gave each 100 rupees. When he had finished distributing the money, he said, this was the ceremony for Nozar. One day when the Gujarati group gathered under the Pendal, Baba told them,
God Speaks will soon be available. It is a unique book. This book explains the whole theme of creation, which includes the journey of each soul from beginning to end. It will tell you from where you all have come and where you all have to go. What is your destination? This Sahavas is all for love. God Speaks will not tell you about love, but it will tell you all about God. So when you start knowing God, you will start loving God. This love to love God you will get from me. For this reason, all of you must read God Speaks.
At this time, Baba was requested by Don Stevens to demonstrate the use of the alphabet board for a film to be shown on television during the publication of God Speaks. Baba told his lovers that his nature was to promise something today and to break it tomorrow. He stated that God was beyond promises. On 7th October 1954, he had discarded his alphabet board, and now in 1955, he picked it up again, but using it only for demonstration purposes. One day during the Sahavas, Godavari Mai, Upasani Maharaj's successor from Sakori, came to see Baba. Baba said to her,
I am the same Ancient One, the only one. I say on my divine authority that I am the only one pervading everything, the only one in creation.
And later to the Sahavas, he repeated what he said to Godavari Mai and then added,
I tell you to repeat my name always. Think of me, remember me. I tell the same things not only to you all, but also to saints and advanced souls on the path. A saint of Bombay named Kamu Baba, who deeply loves and reveres me, has written a letter requesting me to free him of all burden and take him near me. I replied to his message by saying he should repeat my name constantly and should not forget to take it when he drops his body. When I say I am the only one, I mean it.
Each group was taken to Meherabad on its final day of Sahavas. Baba himself waited to receive his lovers, smiling broadly. Echoes of Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai reverberated throughout the surroundings.
I remember days that never saw. Talking about the man who said he was God.
Baba showed to the group the blue bus and gave them a tour of the women Mandali side. When someone showed appreciation for Baba's house and its surroundings, Baba commented,
I can equally appreciate all sorts of surroundings. I do not mind sleeping out in the open under a tree, as well as occupying a nice room in a spacious bungalow. Now you find everything tip-top here, but in the old days in Meherabad, I led a very rough and harsh life.
The stories that they tell are something rare. And when I think of them, I wish I were there.
After visiting the garden, the lovers were taken up the seclusion hill by Baba. While climbing the hill, Baba would pick up stone pebbles and toss them on either side. Baba kept looking back to make sure that the elderly ones were keeping pace. Papaji Sawala, though being older, remained next to Baba throughout, whereas Sailor, who was an athlete, lagged far behind. At the top of the hill, he told the story of Sailor.
Sailor was my childhood companion, but he could not believe in me. He had no idea of my state. He was an athlete, whereas I was lean and thin. Once, when I went to his house, in a friendly way he began to show me his strength, To stop him, I pushed him a little, and he fell back 10 yards. From then he had faith in me and lived with me in Meherabad.
After their descent from Seclusion Hill, all the lovers gathered in the Mandali Hall at Meherabad, and Baba allowed them to garland him before continuing with the Meherabad tour.
I remember days that never talking about the man who said he was God. Look at all the flowers swaying on the porch of guitars.
Your love for me should have free expression in the mode or form best suited to you. It should shine through you to others, awakening their hearts to receive this divine gift. Gatherings and meetings in my name should be a channel for the expression of my love, and to give them any other importance is to misunderstand my cause. Organizations may be necessary for carrying out work of a routine nature, but if I am the avatar, I need no such things for my own work. Although I would not be worth loving if I were not aware of someone's unexpressed love for me. Why should anyone who wishes to express it be compelled to do so through some office or organization? My office should be the heart of everyone who loves me. The heart of each should be my shrine, and my lover the priest of that temple of love.
During the Sahavas, Baba gave out many messages. He touched upon various topics such as how one should work for Baba and how to work together in Baba's cause. He spoke informally and intimately with those present, and he also spoke as the elder of the family, sometimes pointing out things which did not please him. One of the talks Baba gave is excerpted here.
Wherever I go, people flock about me by the hundreds and thousands. That kind of love is not what I want. Whether people worship or vilify me, I remain what I am. Whether the whole world believes in God or denies him, God always remains God. I look forward to the love which enables the individual to obey me so that he may find me and eventually become me. Therefore, I do not want merely crowds to be attracted towards me. I want really sincere souls. I do not necessarily wait for them to come to me. I often go to them. I can and do my own work. You can and should share it too. It is easy to collect crowds, and it is easy for crowds to collect. My greatness cannot be established in the crowds and through crowds, but even a few with love can make the masses feel my greatness and keep the greatness established in their hearts. One single person who really loves me can move the whole world. There is no one here, including myself, who can so love me. If all of you become my real lovers, we would need several more worlds for all of you to work for me. My work for you does not consist in your going around beating big drums for me. Love needs no propaganda. You need love yourself in order to propagate love among others. To spread my love among the people, you have to make them understand me as you understand me. for that, you have to bring them to love me as you love me. And that means you have to cause them to feel my love as you feel it. The best way is to show others by your own example how much you love me. The world is too full of preachers and teachers. Never forget that I have not come to teach, and I need no preachers. In the intimate spirit of the Sahavas, I must be free and frank with you and tell you whatever I feel like saying. Why shout to others, Baba says God is the only reality and all else is illusion, when you yourself cannot help whispering to me about your own illusions? There are doubtless many among you here who are sincere and painstaking in your efforts to explain my message to one and all, that they should ignore illusion and awaken to reality. Yet these sincere workers do not hesitate to bring to my attention their own tales of illusory woes and worries, such as, Baba, I am short of money. My wife is not in good health. I am about to lose my job. There is trouble in my business, and so on. Would it be truthful for one of these to tell others, Baba says, do not worry about illusory things. God knows everything and God does everything. Why preach at all what you yourself cannot put into practice? If you do not find yourself free of falsehood, envy, slander, backbiting, and hatred, and if you find in yourself lack of love and consideration for others, then instead of telling others, Baba says this and Baba says that, you had best keep quiet and not show your face to those whom you would like to win over to me. Suppose one of my followers is speaking before a gathering and trying to tell them that Baba is reality and all else is illusion. Suppose that just then a telegram is given to him which tells of a bus accident in which all of his family have been killed. If, in spite of the tragedy and pain of what has happened, he continues to speak with greater conviction, then he has achieved real authority to speak about me and my teachings. You win the right to tell others what you first accept in letter and spirit for yourself. Show outwardly only what you have won inwardly. There is no doubt, for example, that I am the Avatar, the Ancient One. But how do you know that I am He? You say so mainly because I say so. I say so based on my own living experience of being that. But for you, it is just a belief until you become me. Suppose your belief is wrong. What I want to impress upon you is this. Never give a twist to what you feel deep down in your own hearts. If you feel I'm the Avatar, say openly, Baba is the Avatar. If you feel I am a fraud, do not hesitate to say, Baba is a fraud. I remain unaffected by praise or abuse. If you speak what you feel to be true, you have the force of truth to make others accept truth. Forget the past and make the most of the present. Keep your own hearts clean. Learn to love each other first before you tell others about my love for one and all. Give love, receive love, gather love. Everything else is dissolved eventually in the truth of divine love. Let your own life of love for Baba be the message of Baba's love for one and all. Tomorrow, when you go from here back to your homes, some of you will take photos of Baba with you. But what Baba wants you to do is to take Baba with you. As you leave me, you should take as much of me as you can. There is no doubt that I am in you all. However, it is up to you to take me with you and to keep me with you.
each week to make room for the next group to arrive. The time for departure came. Baba repeated the same topics and subjects before every group, every week, without missing a single important point. But he always did so in different way, with different words, in different contexts. So much of Baba's love transpired between him and his lovers that when they departed, they were filled to the brim with love. Baba left for Meherabad and his lovers, laden with the treasure of Baba's gift of love, packed their bags and departed to go home, some smiling, some sad, some still gently weeping, not yet knowing where to keep and preserve this rare gift of their lifetime, Baba's divine love. The end of the 1955 Sahavas heralded the beginning of a new era, the new era of sprouting and then spreading this great gift of divine love. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
In this age